the darkness of the night. And looking up, see the sliver of the moon there, right above the moon. Get upstairs? Clouds are moving right along with the airplane. If you look at the world, I don't know what kind of illusion that is. You see the clouds? They're moving at the same speed as the airplane. They're passing over the... There's our first morning in Amsterdam. We're looking out of our hotel window. Beautiful canal down here. Every once in a while a boat comes through. We just happen to have a police station across the street. The trees are probably about 2 weeks ahead of Minneapolis here. The temperature is in the low 50s at this time in the morning. Goes up to about 65, 67 in the afternoon. Nancy found a friend already. See the dog's face. We're outside our hotel downstairs there. Nancy with a helicopter foot.
I really was determined to come. I really was determined.
This looks like a walkway, but it's really a street. Cars come down here. This is around the corner from the hotel. We're going into about a zillion restaurants in the next block. We're on Central Station. This is the boats here. Here's where all the streetcars and buses come together. And people. You notice there's about 1 zillion bicycles. There's people playing and music and an organ grinder over there. Everybody's got their hand out for money. There's an organ playing here. There's Nancy wobbling along.
Tell her her name.
Give me your name.
My name is Marisa, and I really enjoy your company, Nancy and Joe. Thank you very much.
Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil, but I live in Miami.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm still here too.
We're starting on a bus tour for
City of Amsterdam.
the city of Amsterdam.
Painter Wim van Rijn was buried in this church, and this church has the highest tower of all churches in Amsterdam, 86 meters.
This is where Bonaparte's brother lived. There's a bunch of
I
schools.
think there will be a protest march today. Usually if there's protesting going on, it is going on in Amsterdam. They like protesting here. By the same architect
The
who
Rijks
built
Museum.
the Central Station of Amsterdam. Perhaps you can see some similarity in the two buildings, the same style.
Everywhere you go is by the canal.
His name was Coopers. The paintings from Vincent van Gogh here. And the white building just a bit further on your right as well is the city malls. And this is Polish and old
Bicycles.
included.
Bicycles. And this is the Free University in Holland. That's where the bicycles were. The colors are quite a...
C'est donc Rembrandt van Rijn. C'est juste derrière le Moulin Vent. On fait un petit stop si vous voulez faire une photographie.
We're at the windmill. Here's a better picture of it. Nancy's standing down here below, coming into the picture. This is beautiful with the... Let me zoom on there. Stay there. The beautiful flowers in bloom here. Some kind of a duck or something?
You have to go up here.
Yes, better.
Wave goodbye, hello. Let's go, come on, quick. Small!
Pas de raison, alors. Et l'autre congrès qu'il y a maintenant, c'est le congrès de maternité, et ça s'appelle les 9 mois. Almost 4,000. As you see,
These are all houseboats.
all have got a number. That means that you can't take your boat from one canal to another one, so you have a steady place. They should pay taxes, but almost.
This is the skinny bridge. Owned by two sisters who were too lazy to go to the main bridge. So they built their own bridge and gave it to the city when they died. Notice all the boats, a lot of houseboats and stuff. People live on them. They're raising the bridge for the this big barge here to go through. It's still a skiddy. We got stuck in traffic here. We have to back out. There's the barge, the whole kit and caboodle here. More houseboats. People living on there's a pretty colored one. A lot of graffiti in here. If you look around, everything is on the buildings is all got graffiti. Graffiti. What was your name? Angela, okay. Where are you from? New Zealand, okay.
This double pyramid like you can see here. In this machine,
She's grinding diamonds. Polishing them.
for bronze. And what she's going to do now, you can see in between of these two holders of this green machine there is a stone, you can see very well I suppose. At the top of this other machine there is another stone. So what they have to do? One stone against the other stone to make round like this. And then you can really see how she's doing. Why two stone against the other? Because diamonds need strong materials. You have to make round only
No focusing to
press
one here.
with. But out of the common market you can have a tax reduction. The tax in Holland is 18%. If you don't live in the common market you can buy always tax-free loose stone. Loose stone are tax-free. Nous allons vous montrer
After the Second World War, as a memorial for all those people who didn't survive the Second World War. Ici, vous voyez le monument à gauche, c'est le monument pour minorer tous ceux qui ne pouvaient pas survivre la Seconde Guerre, la Deuxième Guerre mondiale. Buying corpses. And then, of course, you can see the new church with the red labels.
This is the palace.
And the Pimp Square, the main building.
We're walking down one of the streets here with all the Moor Market. There's the sex shop. They're all over the place here. This is the red light district. As you can see there, somebody's hustling there. Goodbye, Charlie Brown. The whole area here is red light district. We're going on a boat ride. It's about add 6 hours there. 6:24 and 2 o'clock. April 11th. We're going to go on the Channel cruise. The narrowest building in Amsterdam. It's just one door wide. It's kind of hard to see there, but you see the roof on it? One window and one door.
On the other side.
These are some of the houseboats there. You got a wagging tail. I think he's getting something to eat. The canals are just...
There's this down.
Da die Häuser so schmal sind, benutzen wir die sogenannten Aufzugsbalken, die Sie oben an jedem Giebel sehen, um die Möbel in die Häuser zu transportieren. Wie das Vorspielen, um die Möbel in die Häuser zu transportieren. Wie das Vorspielen Sie auf dem Video sehen. Étant donné que c'est un bois.
Later zijn gebouwd, zoals Infinity. We are about to enter the narrow.
The houses here are built right into down to the water, like in Venice. This is the narrowest canal in the city, in case you're interested. Some pretty flowers, and the city is just beautiful this time of year. Everything is...
These three main canals form the famous horseshoe, which is so typical for the old town
The whole
planning.
town is just full of
Wir
it.
fahren jetzt auf der Herrengracht. Die Herrengracht begegnet mit Neptun und Triton. À droite, en haut, vous pouvez voir encore de très jolis pignons. La statue de Saint-Michel combattant le drapeau sur la tête d'un éléphant.
It's got an elephant trunk there if you look real close. The bottom part's an elephant head and elephant trunk. There's a view of that skinny bridge that we
Is
showed
still
you.
opened and closed by hand, as you can see on your video screen.
En 1614,
There's a 16th century church. They just restored it.
Ayer, however, was added a century later when the tower lost its strategic function.
This is a tower.
Der Turm links, den wir
Defense
gerade
Tower.
passieren,
There's
ist
the
der
tower.
Mantelbahnsturm. Ein
right.
Ehrmacht in den
There's the
ehemaligen
tall ships.
Schiffslager der Admiralität aus dem 17. Jahrhundert. À droite au loin se trouve le musée de la marine, situé dans l'ancien dépôt de l'amirauté du XVIIe siècle.
Hoogtepunt in
Lots of them here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Biggest floating
our
restaurant
company
in the
gives you the
area,
opportunity to buy a nice
Chinese
souvenir
restaurant.
of the most beautiful sights you have seen during this tour. We have sets of petrol tornadoes.
Here's the big harbor here.
On the right, we are passing the back of the central station, the biggest station in Holland.
There we go. Get it in focus. This is the Jewish Museum. They're still in Amsterdam. There's one of the Schmatten markets in Amsterdam. Flea market right across from the Jewish Museum. And the Portuguese synagogue is about a block away.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Genuine Schmatt. Whoops. Genuine.
This will be found here, a swap meet, flea market. They have them all over.
More flea markets. This is a big one. Covers a few blocks. More open air cafes. Everything is bicycles and outside. There's an outside restaurant there. Oh, that's all they have. Everything is outside. Here comes our streetcar to go to Central Station. Here's some of the artifacts from the 17th and 18th century found in the Jewish Museum. These are menorahs. If you look closely there, the ones on the bottom are filled with oil. Don't use candles. Some of them use candles on the upper levels. This is the original ark from the synagogue. Everything else had been pillaged by the Germans. Everything inside. Portuguese synagogue in Amsterdam. Inside the synagogue, there's the bima and the chairs. And if you look upstairs, there's the balcony for the women. The noise you hear is they're rejuvenating the joint. They're rebuilding the whole thing. They got a grant for the government to This is the entrance to Kuchenhof. It's a beautiful garden. I haven't been in yet, but we'll be glad to show it to you once we get inside. We're walking into the garden now. I see a nice Dutch lady in costume here.
Take me. I'll tell you when I sit down to take in front of the purple ones.
We're looking down one of the lanes here. Every color imaginable. And if you think this is pretty, you should have seen the road coming up here. Just out of this world.
These are daffodils in every color. Whites, yellow, reds.
I can see that, dude.
Beautiful.
The camera shows the color. I hope they come out as nice as they really are. We drove down in our little blue Fiesta from Amsterdam here. We're on our way to Brussels. This is worth the whole trip here. This is just out of this world. Look what color Nancy found.
All this in purple. Is this heaven or what?
I wouldn't miss
All
this.
purple.
In a million years, we shouldn't miss this. We're taking time to smell the flowers.
Everything is just gorgeous, and it's all in purples, and guess who's waving? We finally stopped to smell the roses, everyone.
Temperatures in the high 70s, and the smell is divine.
The swans and ducks and everything in this pond here. I just panned by them for you. A little bit of red here, a little bit of yellow, purple, orange, any color. Here's another area in here. Little waterfalls over there. And some flowers inside.
They haven't opened up here yet.
A lot of the stuff is just starting to open here. Here's a picture of the flower fields. What you can say, eyes can see. Just beautiful pictures here. Here's the one they use in the picture postcards. Here's a working windmill, actually pumping water for the garden here. You can see the gardens and the tulips and stuff around there. Here's a Aerial view of the flower fields here. I hope these colors come out because they're just extraordinary. These are being taken from the about the middle of the windmill. You can see the shadow of the flag in the top of the windmill and the shadow over there. And the propeller. Here's my friend the sheep.
Mares eat oats and does eat oats and little lambs eat ivy. Remember that?
On the way by the flowers. The flower fields are across the street. Nancy should be here and tiptoeing through the tulips, but she can't because of her support thing there. Kind of hard for her to take that off. Is that color or is that color? Here we had to stop for Nancy's flowers here. Nancy's heaven here. This is as purple as they come. So wait. Watching balloon races on the way to, where are we going?
Antwerp.
We're going to Antwerp. Today is Saturday, April 13th, and we're in Brussels. This is the square in Brussels. I don't know what these buildings are, but they're beautiful. And there's Nancy. First day took her brace off her foot. This is the square, the old buildings. There's a little display market we're looking at the back of. And I'm behind a big old building here. I don't know what the name of it is, but I'll take it from the other side.
Hi, we're in the main square, downtown Belgium. City Hall, Palace. Pretty high here. There it is.
There's some people getting married in the old castle.
That's something nobody sees.
Little car here, they're taking their wedding at a wedding in Belgium. People standing around going, all tourists except the people crowding around the bride. Little horse and buggy there. Rudy Comedians. Took this, so this is where I parked my car. In case I forget where I parked my car. I got St. Michael's Cathedral. 16th century. This is the Atebeum. This is built in 1958 for some kind of a fair, not the World's Fair, but you can go to the top on there. It's got escalators and lifts and all kinds of stuff in there. We're not going to go on there because we're on a bus tour and we just stopped off to take a nice picture of this. The weather here is probably around 76 to 78 degrees right now. Just had a lovely trip so far. We drove down from Holland last night and spending the whole day here in Belgium. A little closer look at the thing. Those are windows where people can look out. 205 meters. You'll have to convert that yourself to feet. This is a building left over from the Trade Center show. Events and stuff there. This is a palace of royalty here. Here's the palace in Brussels, the flag on top means that he was in the country. There's Nancy over there. Say hello, Nancy. There's the guards at the front gate. There's one on each side. Smile, you're on camera. There's the one on the other side.
He just went to answer the phone.
Just got back. There's a picture of the park across the street from the palace. If you look at the far end down there is the Parliament building. You can see it come into view around there. Fountains and all kinds of fancy. Here's a square. It's all museums now, but it's kind of an ancient fortress of some kind. Yeah, that's better. Zoom it down a little bit. One side is the Air Museum, which I just showed you. And here's the Auto Museum. Here's a small marketplace. Mostly do restaurants in here. Fish with a barn there. All kinds of mostly food on this one, but there's aisles just like this with stuff to buy. I don't know if this is coming out, but today we're in Luxembourg. And here's Nancy coming out of the grocery store, supermarket. This is a little street.
See the right place.
Here's Nancy coming out of Nancy's Bakery. We're still in Luxembourg, but there's not much to see in Luxembourg. So we're going to go on.
It's Sunday, and we're coming into Nancy, France. What do you think about that?
There we got some parachute jumpers off the mountain. We're near Millhouse, France. They jumped off the mountain there and they're getting lift off the mountain. Isn't that beautiful? We're in a mountain range here. Here come a couple that just jumped off the top of the mountain. There they come down. Here's one going to land here. That first red one we had here. He's just hanging there. And it just come down like a big, beautiful balloon or something. There he comes, just running on the ground. If you look up there, they're just, another one just, oh, he didn't make it, he collapsed. There's another one coming down there. Get him into the picture here. Don't know where I'm looking here. There he comes down. There's a green pasture down there where they're landing in there. Can't see it because of the trees. Here's Nancy's favorite color here. He's out of the lift, he's lifting, he's not lifting. Just a beautiful day here. We just stopped on the road on the way to Millhouse. We're going to Switzerland. Probably Bern. Yeah, he's coming down. I don't know what those are. They look like parachutes with more like a wing filled with air. Yeah, he's coming down. There's our little Ford Fiesta that we're driving all over Europe. I think we put on 1,000 kilometers already. Focusing on. We're traveling through Switzerland. There's some snow-capped Alps. And a nice truck here passing us by.
Today is Sunday.
Still Sunday. We're just in Switzerland in the afternoon now. We're looking at the afternoon sun. We're going to stay in Lucerne tonight, and we'll be in Geneva tomorrow. Today's Monday. We're in Geneva. This is the fountain in the harbor here. There's a little harbor with a lot of small boats and stuff in here. Look across the bay here. Flowers and everything is just beautiful. They're just blossoming. There's a little fountain here. Flowers.
It's Monday in Geneva. It's just beautiful here. Oh, hi. A very pretty fountain.
Here's a flower clock in the square here. You can see the hand moving there. About 10 to 12 in the morning here.
Okay, all you shoppers. Here's Rolex, Harry Winston, Petit, and going to Paris, Lyon.
There's Nancy's patron saint. Snow-covered mountains are skiing up there. See the guys coming down to the side of the mountain? We're driving on our way to Nice, Marseille. The scenery here is just out of this world. Another picture of a mountain. Still driving to Nice. Want everybody to know that we've driven through the mountains. This is the main highway. You're gonna get all wet if that fountain starts up again. We're in Nice. on April 16th. I think it's a Tuesday. We're not sure. We'll look at there's some dancing pond over there. This big one in the center will start up in a minute or two, and I'll show you that too. Little church there. Here's another shot of the center looking the other way. It's spring in Europe. I suppose it's spring at home too. There's another beautiful fountain over there. Let it focus in a little bit. Some flowers and on the same square here. This is the other side of the square.
Today is Tuesday in Nice, and guess what we found here, downtown. Beautiful synagogue.
That's good.
There's a boat coming in.
Tugboat. There's a helicopter putting the stuff on the roof. Rolling from the ship out there. Here's Nancy going into the casino, Monte Carlo. I'll stand back a ways and get a picture of the square here. Just absolutely beautiful. Here's a view of the casino and the courtyard with the flowers and the buildings surrounding it. And the artwork, very lovely. This people here overlook the courtyard here. You got these buildings. This is Monaco. Monte Carlo, Monaco. Here's a little panoramic view of the casino. There's the Nancy. Coming in from the mountain. Looking around. This is, today is what? I don't even know what today is. Wednesday, I think. It is Thursday. And we're back in Amsterdam. This is looking out the hotel of our room in Amsterdam. Thank you. Say hello, Nancy.
Good morning. We're right on the canal.
Of course, everything is on the canal. We're on our way to Paris. Passing some flowers. We've got the whole compartment to ourselves. There's Nancy laying down. We're going pretty fast here. I don't know if you'll be able to see anything. Here's some of the Dutch countryside. There's some more over here, flowers. Boy, isn't that red and green and yellow? Pretty soon we'll come to some yellow ones. My God, as far as your eye can see here, here's some little church in the center of town there. There's some, I don't know, I think these are houses. More flowers, and here's a canal we're going by. But this is the train to Paris. And today is what? Tuesday. Tuesday. Today is Thursday. April 18th, I think. Little boat there, canals, water all over the place. There's more yellow flowers. There's some pink, are these tulips?
All tulips.
All tulips. And here's some more over here. There's how the people, all the Dutch people, there's a load of hay there.
Tulips over here.
I think is their main crop. It's flowers. Miles and miles of just flowers.
Tulips.
Yeah, the flowers too, besides tulips.
Mostly tulips.
There's tulips and there's flowers there. All kinds of flowers. There's some people working out in the field here. There's some Nancy's purple again. More purple.
Oh, look at this.
Say hello, Nancy.
Hi. Just
There's another windmill here. Coming up. Not turning now, but it's there's about 900 of these. There's a bunch of houseboats. There's miles and miles of people. I think people must live on these things. We're on the Champ de Mars on the way to the Eiffel Tower. We're walking from a hotel. Nice little hotel we stayed at last night in Paris. Today is, let me look and see. I think it's April 19th. It's very, very cool here. Like about 40, about 5-6 degrees Celsius. Here's a little better view of the Eiffel Tower. If you look right above the first landing there, you'll see an elevator going up on the right side there. That thing is pretty darn high. There's the fountain in front of the Eiffel Tower. Flowers are beautiful, but it's very cool here yet. But it's going to the top of the Eiffel Tower. I'll give you a 5-minute tour of the whole of Paris. From the top, we're looking south on the River Seine. It's warm up here. They got the top of the tower. This little area is heated. We're looking east. There's a little fountain that I showed you walking up here. There's the Mars here. There's the beautiful. We're looking north towards the Notre Dame de Paris. And the George Pompidou Center. The River Seine again there. And the Arc de Triomphe, you can see there. I'll zoom on that, everybody knows what that is. This is probably about 6 blocks away. It'll be our next stop, I think. The building we're looking at in the middle is the Palais de Congrès. And down here is the Arc de la Fontaine. I'm sure I said that right. And we're looking west. We're looking at the original Statue of Liberty and the round building there. my son De La Radio. And out on the horizon is the Hippodrome de Longchamp. Boy, I'm really making my French are gonna hate me for my language. Building with the gold top is the hotel. This Invalids. And there goes Eco Militaire. Nancy's straight down there, one of those ants down there. She's right down there below us. Here's the restaurant on the first level of the Eiffel Tower. We're still on the Eiffel Tower. This is along the River Seine. Some of the old 19th century building. There's one of the sightseeing boats on the Rhine there. That's the Louvre, I guess. On the right bank.
Das ist das.
Die graue Mina.
Wo war es das, Herr Schappel? Wo war es? Nein, gell? Oder mit der Wind war es?
This is the Notre Dame. There's some gargoyles here on the
Die schöne Fassade.
I don't think this is coming out very good, is it? Yeah, it might be focusing all right. There's a local town hall here, built in the 17th century. This is townhouses built in the 18th century, and one of them, Victor Hugo, lived there. We're approaching here now. See? That's where we're going. This is some of the little shopping area. Here's the French traffic around that side. This is, we're going around the Arc de Triomphe. I'll take a better picture later on when we a little bit farther away. The traffic is fantastic. So it'd be a nice picture if that bus would get out of the way. This is kind of a terrace between the theaters and the museums.
Das sind 53 Euro.
Here's a picture of the theaters. Just took the picture of the picture facing the Eiffel Tower. This is looking down the other Champ de Mars, Field of Mars. This is a military school, and this was the parade grounds. The Montefiore balloon was sent up here. First flight of lighter than air. This is the Grand Palais. It's a museum now. Built in the 1900s. This is the Academy. I'm a little bit too close. And we're getting a little rain in Paris. We're walking through the Louvre now. We're inside the Louvre. This is the courtyard inside the Louvre. You see a lot of repairing being done. Restoration, repairing. Today is Sunday, April 21st. We're in Paris. You're looking at another better picture of the Notre Dame. Better than we took on the bus. Yesterday we went to shul at the Rothschild Synagogue. We didn't take any pictures, but it was beautiful. And the service was even more beautiful. There's the back of the Notre Dame. Little garden back here. It's Sunday morning about 9:30 and it's just jammed with tourists already. The buses are all around and it's getting a little warmer. The wind isn't blowing. It's much more comfortable this morning. Rue de Rosiers, Street of the Roses, little Jewish street down here, the center of the Platzel. There's an Orthodox dragging his family. There's some more at the, there's a bunch of kids going to Cheder. There's some more of the Street of Roses. There's a little square that seems to turn up everywhere.
Beautiful.
Just about every corner. It's getting warmer here now.
Just beautiful.
Much more comfortable.
Bonsoir. We're on the route of the boulevard on the Seine.
Here's the Tower of something that's right across the street from the boulevard fountain. It's called the Stalingrad. There's the farmer's market along the Seine. Got seeds and flowers, and there were some chickens and rabbits and everything for sale here. There's some chickens. I don't know what these are, but they're awful big ducks. Lambs for sale. And chickens and all kinds of goofy things. You even got goldfish here for you, Phil. A little bit on the big size. Well, if you don't like them, you can eat them. This is what the Louvre looks like inside. Once you go down the escalator there. It's a big museum. The roof is in here. Still Sunday afternoon. This is Place de Concorde. We're going to the Arc de Triomphe from here. And there's a beautiful fountain over there. Just a beautiful square there. Square de Concorde. This is the Champs-Élysées, the Arc de Triomphe. That's our big thing. This is the one you see in all the movies and so forth. And this is Sunday, so there's not really a lot of traffic. If you saw the shot going by on the bus the other day, on the tour bus, you would have seen it just jammed here. We're kind of underneath the Triumph here. This is the grave of the unknown soldier with the flowers and so forth. Boy, this is a big monstrosity.
Let's do Versailles now before it gets bad.
the Arc of Triumph and we're looking on Fouché Avenue, and if we look way down there, we'll see the University of Paris.
Bonsoir. Welcome to the Champs-Élysées.
Jammed with people. As you look down the walkway here, it's just Sunday and it's crowded with people. The picture wouldn't be complete unless we ended up in a flea market. I don't think we've ever been to a place where we haven't run into a flea market. Must be a lovers park. All the huggers and lovers here. It's still Sunday. Little fountain on the end of, what's the name of the street there?
Champs-Élysées.
Champs-Élysées. Theater here. Here's looking up the Champs-Élysées towards the Arc de Triomphe. Well, we're leaving for home tomorrow, and this is our return Amsterdam hotel. This is looking out the window. There's a Chinese restaurant over there. Hopefully we're going over there to eat.
Right on the canal.
Right on the canal, and this is the harbor here. Over there is the railroad station. Just a beautiful view here, just beautiful. Very nice hotel. We're at the Annie Frank House. This is Tuesday. And we're going to be leaving in a few minutes. I would take some pictures inside, but they don't allow that. It shows the history of Anne Frank. This is Greenland. We're not flying over. Greenland, it's beautiful out. See the snow all over the place. Top of the mountain here. Don't see many cars down there. They were leaving the mountains into the flatlands there, the glaciers, I suppose. Extraordinary sight. This is Labrador. Little melting going on there. There's a Labradorian river going out into the sea. See some little icebergs there. Here's some more of the coast of Labrador. A bit of snow out there. See some icebergs breaking off. Hard to hold it steady there. There's the edge of the snow cap. We're in somewhere flying over Canada. Must be pretty close to the Arctic Circle.
When you shoot a 300 game.
And of course coming late in Doug Kent's game, but so helpless like Mark Roth can tell you, shooting over 250, 255 as Bob Benoit topped him with a perfect 300. in Texas.
Wiseman, he just uses that word focus. We hear it so much in sports. And really what that means is stay within yourself. Keep your concentration on what you must do on the lanes.
Okay.